Well, hello everyone. How are you doing tonight?
Hello, hello.
Mrs. TB, what is happening?
Ooh, lots of stuff happening tonight, I'll tell you.
Oh, wow.
What a week. What a week.
What a week, what a weekend, what a day today. Holy smokes. My gosh, folks, what is going on out there? Ah! Wow, who would have ever thought?
Interesting things going on with the gold and silver market, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then Silver Steeler says his workplace is closed for at least 2 weeks as of today. Ordered to stay home, fully paid, however, for now. Well, that's good. At least you're paid. Boy, I'm really concerned about people losing jobs if this thing doesn't get back on track here really, really soon.
Yeah.
Hey, Jonathan Reese, Rocky Mountain Bear, what's happening? Silver Manna. Hey, what's going on, Silver Manna? Good to see you again. Archaeology Mikey, what's going on? Aaron Phillips has joined us. Hello, Aaron. All right, live, love, and get ready. All right. Thank you for joining us. Silver Ripples, winning image photography. What is happening? Silver and AU. What's going on, everybody?
Steeler winning. Jonathan, you said hi to Jonathan already, didn't you?
I
Archaeology
did.
Mike.
Well,
Mikey.
say hi again.
I'm saying hi again.
Double
Rocky
highs.
Mountain Bear.
Live, love, and get ready says the rest will be coming soon. Silver racks. All right.
Alrighty.
Northern Maine Patriot. Hey, Northern Maine Patriot, how you doing tonight? Toilet paper is a new cure for the coronavirus. Boy, you would think so, wouldn't you? My gosh, can't believe it.
We need to laugh. We need a good laugh.
All right.
Wow.
So, everybody, how you guys surviving? I'll tell you, guys and gals, I couldn't believe it. And I woke up this morning and silver dropped over a couple bucks. I actually noticed because of International Stacker posting a video saying he lost over $33,000. And he said it down at a spot price at $12.69 or something. I'm like, what? Is he joking or what? And I looked it up. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe silver dropped. Boom! Hit the floor.
It's been an interesting day to watch. What's going on with all the stocks and the silver and gold
stock
and
market.
news, etc., etc.
Anybody that's winning their 401k just guaranteed another 10 years of working, that's for sure.
What? TB, I have to work until 102? Just kidding.
Hey, Michael Mullins has joined us. Hello there. And then we have Michael M. Won't be able to stay. Have a good stream. Well, thanks for stopping by, Michael.
Thanks.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let me see. It dropped. It did for sure. Rocky Mountain Bear says in a time when toilet paper in your neighbor's house is considered a kindness. Hey, thank you for that roll. We appreciate it. Archaeology Mikey's going to go buy some more silver tomorrow. Well, good luck with that. Let us know how you do on how much they charge you for, because, it doesn't appear that they, dealers or anybody's dropped their rates down to be equivalent with what the spot is. So, yep, Winning Image Photography says, Michael M., we will miss you. We will. We will miss Michael tonight. Yeah. Mr. Billionaire, how you doing?
Hey there.
All right. Yeah, I've looked for a few deals, but just doesn't look like there's many out there. Live, love, and get ready says global reset is underway. All right, could be for sure. I'll tell you, we watched some of those videos too, and we've it's just hard to know exactly what is going on. There was a feeding frenzy for silver this morning, said Silver Manna.
Oh.
Well, maybe you were in on it. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Jonathan Reese says, I wish my gall wins from everyone would come in. Only way for me to get silver. Well, that's definitely a good way. That's the most inexpensive way, that's for sure. All right. Classic, it looks like. Hey, just wanted to say I love your videos and you've been a big inspiration when it comes to buying stuff smartly. I just did that Brett Edgedale spot gold deal because of your video. Thanks again. Well,
Oh.
awesome, Classic. I appreciate it. I love hearing when people are inspired and my videos have an impact on them. I mean, after all, that's why we do it. That's why we spend the time trying to inspire people and educate people. So that's great. Thank you, Classic. Appreciate you stopping by and letting me know that. That's really cool.
That is good. TB, you always love to hear when people learn something new on your videos and then go out and actually take some action and put it in,
And,
work to their advantage.
I do, Mrs. TB. It makes it all worthwhile to me. It's why we do it, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Stack McGee.
I
Thank
was
you
just
for joining
gonna
us.
say that.
Well, say hi to Big Stack.
Hey, Big Stack McGee.
How's
Hiya.
it going? Yeah, we're glad you're catching one. Yeah, I jump on and watch your videos almost as soon as they get posted. I love your channel there, Big Stack. That's awesome. Doing some great stuff over there. I love your little rants, as you call them, giving giving us your point of view, which we appreciate for sure. So yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. We're just gonna, I don't know if we're gonna get into much more topics and what the heck's going on in our world today, but Silver Stealer wants to know, are the premiums going up on your free silver gauze?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this quarter here, Mrs. TB, and why don't we cut this thing in half tonight? What do you think? I mean,
You're not going to start shaving the edges off like they did on the coins way back when, right?
Look at getting a couple pieces. Yes. The problem is it's not worth much nowadays.
No, But
Man.
I think it will be. You know that it's just a temporary situation.
Yeah. Well, I believe so.
I think it is.
I think any of us stackers, Big Stack, Silver Stealer, Ripples, I basically could say everybody on the channel for sure. I think we all feel like this stuff's going to come roaring back and not disappoint because, if you can find it for a good price. Big Stack says that he just bought his biggest purchase ever.
Really?
And a couple days ago when it dropped. I'm curious to see what that is because Big Stack's made some pretty big purchases. So, but I think that I'm wondering, Big Stack, if maybe you caught it right downward, because you know how these websites adjust automatically, and I'm wondering, like that day when it dropped pretty far down to 14, if they, it was doing automatic, or on lunchtime, and finally some manual intervention happens and they stop that. So I think if there's a timing, if you can still get in while that thing hasn't been manually caught or corrected, that you might be able to catch it right at the right spot. Yeah, let me see. Blasphemy, cutting a quarter in half. Nah, I'm just kidding.
LOL.
Mr. Billionaire says he saw the $70 face video. Great pickup. Yeah, it sure was. I'll tell you, for the price that I've been getting it for, it's a fine pickup. But now that price has been shattered for today anyway. Yeah, Big Stack, we were wondering too, is anybody finding any actual metals for sale? I was hoping to see if anybody was going to post anything tonight saying, hey, pop over here, you can get an ego for $14.
Yeah.
Yep, Winning says that's why they started having rated edges. It sure
That's
is, because people
right.
were shaving that silver and gold. Well, probably mostly silver. I don't know if those, a lot of the old gold coins, I suppose, have rated edges, don't they? So, Talking Bullion, they closed all the schools in Maryland, and now I will have time to buy a phone stand and a video, but that will be next week because I'm in New Jersey visiting family. Well, cool. That's good, Archaeology Mikey. We encourage you to keep that process rolling.
We were just talking about that just the other day about Archaeology Mikey. He needs to do some videos and show us his finds.
Yeah.
That would be great.
That would be great. Yeah, Running Eagles has been through this twice already, 2001, 2008. And I agree with Silver Stealer. It will go up again. Hold steady, everyone. It will. We're going to be rewarded for our patience, but stock market's what's killing me, man. I'll tell you, it's hard to watch that thing drop 3,000 points in one day. My gosh. At max selling Eagles for $22 now. Amazing. Yeah, no way. Hey, Silver Turtles joined us. What's going on, SD? How you doing tonight? I'm just winning a photography says I'm just wondering how high before I sell and wait for it to go back down and buy it back. Yep, we're all gonna have that decision for sure because you don't know when the top is the top, and just like we don't know when the bottom is the bottom. But if you guys have noticed, let me pop over here. It started to go back up tonight. Silver is up at it's dropped back down again. I saw it back up at 1333 here right before I started the live stream. So we'll start to make a little bit of a climb, but now it's dropping back down again. Talking Bullion says it's at 1309. So man, it took a 20-cent hit just in the few minutes we've been gabbing. So Ripple says, "Hey, Silver Turtle, please leave a roll of toilet paper as a gift. It's a welcome gift to TV. We accept all gifts. It'd be pretty cheap to ship. That's what I was trying to say."
Don't mess up that sentence there, honey.
All right, Mr. Bullionaire says, "The other ship where I go to live in Canada, all their bullion is on pre-order. Eagles are out of stock. The only thing they have were Canadian maples." And Highlander Stacker says, "I saw some okay prices from Silver Gold Bowl, but shipping was 20 plus days." Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind, sending a check or using ACH, but, letting them hang on to your money for that long, I don't know. I just, they really shouldn't need to be doing that. Well, I guess if they're, every bullion dealer sent out an email saying they've been their busiest ever. So I guess if you're, just have that kind of sales going on, it's going to take a while. So Silver Turtle says, "Talking Bullion, we have been ordered to shelter in place until April 7th. Over 6 million affected in my area." Oh
Wow.
my gosh. Man, I just don't know how companies are going to be able to keep people employed and stuff with those types of orders going on. Hey, Fiat Destroyer, what's happening? Thank you for jumping in and joining us.
Yeah, look, we have PDX Brewer, SRK Iron Man. What's up?
Silverholic.
Yes.
Came back almost in time for the stream. All right, thanks for joining us. I'm just trying to catch up and trying to read all these chats. All right, Silver Mana says, "Tried buying 3 different times from Monument Metals before each item came up out of stock. I finally picked up a 100-ounce silver bar for $13.49 from Silver Gold Bowl." So $13.49. Let's call it $13.50 an ounce. That's pretty good. Wow, 100-ounce silver town bar. That's a nice pickup. Yeah.
Very nice.
All right. Hey, SRK Iron Man. We are saying hi. PDX Brewer, just like Mrs. TB did. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey there.
Hey, all right. So let me see. Just trying to catch up with the chat. I will say we'll start stacking fiat when the spot price around 15. Run to the LCS. Yeah, well, that's not a bad thing. I mean, having to save your money too. I mean, a lot of people are stacking cash as well because there's reports of the New York banks being out of $100 bills. I don't think we're short on cash right now, but it's probably not a bad idea to have some cash.
You should always have a little bit around anyway. We've had power outages and things like that, so always good to have at least some change, buy some gas or something at least.
Yeah, gas has dropped down quite a bit too.
The problem with the plastic cards is that we use them for so many things, we forget to even have any cash with us sometimes.
Yeah, Silver Ripple says he made a fun little purchase from Silver Gold Bowl early this morning before their IT guy showed up and changed their prices. Nice job, Silver Ripples.
Good timing.
Way to get the timing done.
Oh, wow.
So as you guys know, I'm a big Constitutional Silver fan and did pick up more this past week. We picked up $50 face. Got ourselves 3 rolls of halves and 2 rolls of quarters. That's cool. I don't have them to show because they've already been packaged away and put away. But of course, that was way before silver dropped where it is today. But
That's right. It seems like eons ago now. Oh.
But let's take a look here in a minute at what Monument Metals and JM Bullion saying about Constitutional Silver. But first, Silverholic says I've been stacking on cash for the last 4 days, doing max redraw at the ATM each day. Well, that's not a bad plan at all, Silverholic. Only grocery
A
stores,
lot of
gas
people are
stations,
doing
banks,
that.
hospitals, and restaurants that have food takeout are allowed to stay open, and gold and silver are down.
Hmm.
Yeah, Silver Turtle, it's pretty rough right now. I don't know how these businesses are. I know the government's looking to supplement some of the income, but
Mm-hmm.
that's for the people. I don't know what the business is going to do. So, all right. So Ripples, I only bought 10 1 ounce Sunshine Mint rounds for $14.62 each. Yeah, $2 above spot. Yeah, it's a little high, but still $14.62 is a good price overall. So, yeah, I love those Sunshine Mint rounds. Those things are cool. All right, so let's take a look at. Now, I know a lot of people have feelings about what this means as far as that they're really not out of stock, but they're saying that they are. But let's take a look at Monument Metals. If you go over to their Constitutional Silver, their junk silver section, we can see here, start with the dimes, out of stock, quarters, out of stock, Mercury dimes, out of stock, Kennedy's, out of stock, Walking Liberties, out of stock, Franklin's, out of stock. So look at that. So that's one of the reasons why I love Constitutional Silver, is because when there's times when this happens and this stuff becomes available, and one of the other things I love about it is that if we don't sell it, they can't get it. So the only way that anybody can get Constitutional Silver is if somebody else is willing to let it go, because it's all held privately unless these bullion dealers or other dealers, coin stores, can buy it from individuals like you and me. All right, Mrs. TB, I'm not looking at the chat, so
Okay, I'm
No.
reading it.
now let's go over and take a look at JM Bullion. And again, I know that some people are going to say, liars. And they probably are, because of what they purchased it for, they don't want to sell it for. But you can see here, if you look at the bags of stuff for $4,000 and $7,000, they got those in stock. But as soon as you get over to the reasonably priced stuff over here, $1 face value, out of stock. Quarters, out of stock. Mercury, out of stock. War nickels, out of stock. Morgan silver dollars, out of stock. Roosevelt dimes, out of stock. Mercury dimes, quarters. So you can see here that right now on two of them, even the Barber has, the Barber quarters, even a couple bags down here out of stock. So, the point is that we can find, it's difficult to find from some
Very
of these bullion
difficult,
dealers.
yeah.
You can't even buy that stuff. So I've heard a lot of the dealers, the coin stores are out too.
You should read that, what Silver Ripple said.
The one about, okay, check this out, chat, that one?
Yes, that one.
I had a half-ounce gold American Eagle. Buy it. No.
In my,
Buy it
in my
is
cart.
in my card at $7.25 free shipping, and just couldn't do it. 5 minutes later, seller removed it. Oh man, $7.25. What is that? That works out to like $14.50 an ounce. Oh man, dude, you should have pulled the trigger quickly. Can't take your time. All right. So if you had Destroyer, got some bag of Constitutional for 10 times 7 face. 10.7 times face. That's awesome. Looks like Steve Rice has joined us. Hey Steve, how are you doing tonight? Alright, so Ripples, nice job. The 2 says it's now minus a tube of Eagles. I could have had it at sub 17. Wow. Alright. So yeah, I also went to a coin show this weekend and on Sunday, and I really did it. I mean, I was pretty sure I wasn't going to find anything to buy, but I just kind of wanted to talk to a few of the dealers and see what they had, and it was kind of interesting because all their generic. Now I went a little bit later. The coin show was from 9 to 3, and I got there about 1 o'clock. But they were completely sold out of, and there's only about half the dealers there as normal, but they were completely sold out of anything generic at all. All the Eagles, the silver Eagles, were $20+. I did find one guy that said he'd sell me a tube for $3.80, which is $19 a piece, but still at the time that was $5 over spot. So I looked around, went to other people that I'm very familiar with. They're familiar with me, and let me tell you, there just wasn't much to buy. And it's not really surprising with what we're finding. But one of the things I did buy, if anyone's interested, I picked this up pretty cheap because I know that they're kind of hard to buy. Let me see if this will show up in here. Oh, that's that reflection. Got 77, 70, 70. Let me see if I can get it in there. I can't. Typeset book, as you can see, brand new, sealed. It's got the 5 sheets of paper in there. So if anybody's looking for one of these, let me know. Let it go for, great price. Not looking to make a ton of money off it. I just know that some of my fellow YouTubers have mentioned in the past that are looking for one and they can't really find them, especially a new one. I actually have one. I'm just mine's old and kind of ripped up. I got it from auction, I think, years ago, and it's in terrible condition. But I'd rather keep these new in the package and sell them off. So, all right, I'm thinking about moving into something bigger so I can have spare room I can fill with toilet paper. It says winning image photography with lots of rolls. Oh, look at she found toilet paper emoticons. Isn't that cool? All right.
Oh no.
Nice. I like those, as you know. Yeah. Let's see. Steve Rice says, I end up trading 50 ASC. Some joker named Silver Stealer keeps up in the ante on me.
Do you know a joker named Silver Stealer?
Oh, wait, I read that wrong.
Oh, did you write?
Steve Rice said he ended up trading for 50 ASCs. I thought he said it. I read it as he ended up trading 50 ASCs. All right, Steve, nice pickup. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe I should put that 38S Walking Liberty $half. It was a D, I think. It was a 38D, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a D. It was the one that's pretty hard to find. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not really filling up my type album right now. I've got some coins in there, but I'm just stacking for now. Let me see.
Well, when you can.
When I can, yeah.
When it's available.
Yeah. All right, I think I probably missed a lot of comments when I was going through the website. So if anybody wants to talk about something particular that we missed, just repost it.
Yeah, please do. So, DB, was there something else you kind of talked about that show that you went to? Somebody asked if it was crowded at that show, and you just kind of went towards the end.
Yeah, anyway. It really wasn't. There wasn't that many people.
A small one.
Yeah, they said that they had. I asked one of the dealers was smoking outside when I walked in, and I asked him if he had if it was a good show or not. He said, yeah, they had quite a few people in there, and so I think that they do better earlier. And again, I may have the one dealer that told me he had generics. I always go through his generic bin because he has a big plastic tub, and I'm always looking for something vintage or something. Mm-hmm. And he said, sorry, I don't have any. He said he sold them for $15.75 a piece. And I think it was, I don't know, Sunday, what was it, $14.65 or $14.70. So I think he sold them about $1 over spot, which, a little high for generic. But, to get, silver under $16, you can clearly see why he sold out of them. So they had gold there. I just think with the gold to silver ratio, when I looked before we jumped on tonight, the gold to silver ratio was 1:14. So as you know, a lot of people are saying that now's not the time to buy gold. Buy yourself some silver with a gold to silver ratio of 1:14. That is unbelievable, really.
Yeah, it really is. It's amazing. Did you see that Silverholic has a solution for winning image photography? Says, if you can find a toilet paper warehouse to move into, you will hit 2 birds with 1 stone.
Ooh, Silverholic is thinking. Way to go. Outside the box for sure.
Oh, man.
All right, yeah, so... Archaeology Mikey says, TB, I saw a video that someone was fighting over toilet paper and they had 3 stacks of toilet paper in the cart. It's like Black Friday all over again.
It is.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
why everybody's so hung up on toilet paper. I'm not really sure what the virus has to do with that. It just seems like panic. It's one of those things where, one person sees somebody do it and then everybody starts doing it because toilet paper, paper towels, I'm not sure that that's threatened by, well, unless they lock you in your house for weeks like Silver Turtle and you can't leave. But I saw a lady interviewed earlier on TV. She was from, where was she at? She was one of the cities. And she said that even though they've been told to quarantine for 2 weeks, they can still walk their dog. They can still get groceries. They can still get food delivered to them. So
what part is the quarantine then?
well, it's just that they can't. They want them to, not go out with
Not
other
go out to
people
the
and mix with other people.
restaurant,
Exactly.
etc.
So
Okay.
she made it sound like maybe the groceries are being delivered or something,
You
possibly.
can do that around here too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Running Eagle says if gold goes down to 1,300, pulling the trigger hard.
If they make it available.
Yeah. No, I think the same thing would happen if it went down 13. They'd suddenly be not available, right?
Right.
Exactly, Mrs. TV.
That's what's so
Good
frustrating.
call there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, big stack, 114 to 1 is really crazy. So here's the deal, right? I mean, think about it. If you were to buy 114 ounces of silver right now and just hang on to it, and then the gold to silver ratio dropped, let's just say it dropped to 100. Well, let's say 90. It's sat at 90 for a while, so drops to 90. You could, in theory, exchange your 90 ounces of silver for some gold, which is reasonable. 90, I think, is too high still. Let's say it's 90. You could trade, and then you could still have 24 ounces of silver left over. Right? That's why I think people say buy silver, because when that number drops back down, you in theory could have a bunch of extra left over. Yeah.
So what is the average ratio for that, or what do they consider a good ratio to be?
Well, I mean, what's good? I mean, I'd like to see it down about 60 to 1.
Is that historically where it has?
It's been down there before.
been?
I think it's been 80 to 90 for quite a while. But most people will say that's a little high still. But clearly, anything in the triple digits is way too high. There's something crazy going on. Running Eagle says, "No, Mrs. TB, you ruined my gold dreams."
What gold dream?
By saying that if it hit 1,300, it wouldn't be available.
Oh.
Be nice to Running Eagle.
Oh. Dream on, Running Eagle.
Patient, I understand.
No, TB, who are you reading? Whose comment are you reading?
I was trying to read Silverholic. He typed it in several different sentences. He says,
yeah.
He saw a meme today. It was really funny. Doctor, I regret to inform you that you tested positive for COVID-19. Patient, I don't understand. I have 300 rolls of toilet paper. Silver Turtles is going to go eat some dinner. Hey, Sherry Ward. What's happening?
Sherry Ward.
All right, so Jonathan Reed says, I only have 50 ounces. If it gets 50, 61, trading half for some gold. Don't say you only have 50 ounces, Jonathan. That is awesome that you have 50 ounces.
That's right.
Yeah, early on in the USA, Big Stack McGee says silver to gold ratio is fixed at 15 to 1. Yeah, I read that too, Big Stack, that's, I think when they first started doing the coinage in America, that's, I don't know if it was Thomas Jefferson or somebody set that early on, and that's what it was, I think, for quite a long time.
Oh.
Silver will be hard to find. One of the encouraging things, you guys, and we all should be encouraged about is, that the bullion dealers are saying that they've had such a run on silver that they, a couple of them shut down. Other ones are saying that they are hiring extra staff. So here's a good thing. Even though it looks like silver's kind of crashing and oh my gosh, what's going on? People are buying the heck out of this stuff.
That's right. If they could get it, they'd be buying it and they would be driving up the price, right, TB? Is that what your thought is?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the price is just being manipulated through. I think a lot of people are selling their silver and gold to pay off things, but I'm just saying that it's not like the prices have gone down and people are kind of just, freaking out and saying silver and gold aren't aren't worth it. I mean, people are buying the heck out of this stuff, and I think it's encouraging that people understand that there is value there.
It is. It is.
Canine's best friend. Hey, Canine's best best friend. How you doing
Right
tonight?
there.
Says my 20-pack of Scott 1000 says it lasts the average family 20 weeks. I could burn through it alone in less than half that time. Either I make a big mess or everyone else leaves a big mess. It's probably everybody else, I'm sure. So, Ripples, did you see the comment on Facebook? Y'all mind your own business when you see me scooting across the front lawn. Y'all created this monster.
Oh.
All right, well, why don't we go ahead and do a giveaway there, Mrs. TB? What time? It's already 9:30. Holy smokes.
TB, you've
All
been
right.
talking.
We're going to ask a question,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to let you choose.
Ooh, TB, one of the few places they can find some silver.
Yeah, here's a place you can still find some silver. I know I shouldn't let you choose because you know what's going to end up being last is the one with the least amount of silver, but anyway, I have a question if you guys are ready. Yeah, that's what we should have given away is a roll of toilet paper. That's more valuable than a piece of silver. Jeez. Good idea, Silverman. Man. All right. Rodney B., what's happening?
Hey, Rodney.
All right. No way. Donate to the GAW. All right. I'm not sure. I think PDX and Silver Steel are having a discussion about something. That's okay. We allow that. All right. So here we go. All right. I'm going to make you work for your silver. You guys ready for this one? This is a 4-part answer, Mrs. TB.
It is.
You're going to have to help me look for the answer on this one.
Oh. Maybe I should read the question and the answer then.
All right. It's going to be easy to find out, but I want all 4 and they got to be correct. So here we go. Last week I had a video that included an American Gold Eagle. An American Gold Eagle. What size, weight, what denomination, the dollar value, what year, and what mint mark was it? 4 answers on the same line. What weight was it? What dollar value was it? What year was it? And what mint mark was it? Go.
Go.
Oh, 4-part acapella. That's right, Fiat Destroyer. Gotta make you work for it. Last week I had a video that included American Gold Eagle. What was the weight, the dollar value, the year, and the mint mark?
I typed that information. Weight, denomination, year, and mint mark. I almost forgot to type go.
Nobody's guessing because they're all over there watching it.
What do we have here?
What color underwear was I wearing during the video? That wouldn't be a fair answer because I wasn't wearing any, Steve Rice.
No.
All right, PDX wants us to repeat it. Last week I had a video that included American Gold Eagle. What was the weight? What was the dollar value? What was the year? And what was the mint mark?
So weight, denomination, year, and mint mark. So there are 4 items that we're looking for.
Yep.
I think I typed it up there, yes. Weight, denomination, year.
Okay, you guys can stop.
Oh, stop.
We see that Fiat Destroyer has guessed it.
Hey.
It was a 2004. $10 is the face value of it. It's a 1/4 ounce, and it was a West Point mint.
Ah.
Oh, wow, Rodney B. I wish it was a 1 ounce gold coin. Wow. Yeah, sorry about that, Steve. I didn't mean to give you that visual. All right. TB seems to think I have a good memory, LOL. A lot of times, it doesn't take much just to go back in and pop over there and see what it was.
That's right.
That's why I thought it took everybody a couple minutes to guess. I thought they're all over there fast forwarding through the video. All right, Fiat Destroyer, you can pick out which one of these 3 you want the 40%er. I'm going to turn off this light over here. Gives that yellow cast on this stuff.
Want me to turn off that yellow light?
You can.
That
But
one's okay.
yeah,
though,
that one.
isn't it?
You can take
Yeah,
a
it looks fine.
68 40%er, a 61 90%er, or a 60 something. Hang on. Could get these old eyes. A 62 dime. Sophia Destroyer. Congratulations. And which coin, silver, would you like to have tonight? I picked the Mrs. TB sticker. So we will get you one of those as well. She's running out of stickers. You might get one of the last ones. We haven't ordered any, and I don't know that we will anytime soon. But all right, so it is a good choice. So ripples, I agree. So which one do you want there, Fiat? Take your pick.
Pick one.
Then we will move on.
You don't have them in the little hiding bags too.
I know. I decided to just keep it simple tonight. You know, sometimes it's just like, let's just keep it simple.
Change it up a little bit.
It has to be the quarter. That's a guardhouse box that I'm close to. Okay.
Ooh,
You got it. You got the
great.
1961 quarter. 1961 quarter, writing it down. And don't forget, one of our questions tonight is going to be what was suggested last week. A Mrs. TV question. So, okay, we can leave those on the screen for now.
But not the same answers, what they suggested.
No. But I like
That would
it.
be
I
too
like it.
easy.
We have Constitutional Corner. We have Mrs. TV. I don't know. We'll have to tag that something here. All right.
What did Mrs. TD eat this week? I think that's what they were calling it last week.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
eat regular food too.
Sometimes. Not often.
I do too.
All right. Yeah. Big stack. Yeah. That's the ones that I had a hard time filling too at first. It was the quarter box. See, my quarters are hard to find. If you ever got the random ones from the dealers like Atmex or whatever, they always send you dimes. Halves. I was able to get our quarter box done, but it seemed to trail there quite a bit compared to the other ones. So, yeah, I like quarters myself too. Mrs. TB8. What? That's what it
That's
is.
the title of it.
That's it. Mrs. TB8. Well, that's a good one.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to find like those coins. Like, I should have did it for Constitutional Corner, right? How about like?
What, TB? What are you doing now?
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh,
Yeah, but
animation, but a little kind of late for that, isn't it?
yeah, it is. I was supposed to play that when I did Constitutional Corner. What I'm saying is we need one of those for Mrs. TV8. What? We'll have to find something for that. Sorry about that, folks. I got a little distracted there. All right. Yeah, it is. It's 50 rolls of quarters for a box for a guardhouse box. So it's $500 face in there. That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So face value, that's some of the questions we had in previous streams. So the dime box is $250 face. The quarter box is $500 face. And the half box is how much, Mrs. TV?
I don't know.
Oh. $280 face.
Oh, okay.
So they have 28
say
tubes
so.
in there for some reason. It's kind of weird. The guardhouse is 28, but yeah. So that's what it is. 250, 500, and 280. So silver and AU says I'm way off 1/5. Well, hey, you got some started. That is pretty cool.
That's right. That's how it starts. Just making that one step each time in progress. It adds up.
Yeah. Oh, Big Stack McGee knew what the answer was to that one. All right, 280. He was right. So if you had Destroyer, yeah, I love the sense of filling up the guardhouse box too. You know, a lot of people like International Stacker just loves throwing them in a bag and stuff. But I just really like filling up those guardhouse boxes and seeing the progress. And I show Mrs. TV every now and then, look, we only need 2 more, I need 5 more, we only need... But the thing is that you got to watch out for. Those boxes are heavy, man. You get those boxes even close to full and You better not be dropping that thing on your foot, 'cause I'll tell you what, it would break it.
See, Fiat Destroyer says the same thing. I love the sense of progress I get from filling that box.
Yep.
It does. It gives you a marker for your progress.
It does. It gives you something to go after and try to achieve as well.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It does. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of you saw on my video I had a few months ago, I think, was that the one that I did for 2020 goals and strategies? I did a guardhouse wall. I don't know if you saw that big stack. I had my guardhouse boxes open and I built a little wall, almost like you know how rock bands have the Marshall amps in the background, kind of making that look cool. I thought that's what I did with the guardhouse boxes, so it kind of looked pretty cool, I thought. Anyway.
Sure, TV. What are you relating? What do they call them? Guardhouse boxes with rock and roll? Is that what you're...
Yeah, why not? Looks cool.
All right.
Thing is a lot of those amplifiers in the background for the rock band aren't really working. They're just for show.
Oh.
And the guardhouse boxes in the background, those tubes were all full. There was no just empty ones for show.
And W Stacker says, I'm lazy. I just throw all of mine in a bag. Well, hey,
That's all right.
that works.
That's completely acceptable too.
That's right.
Big Stack says, an unfinished box creates a serious compulsion to complete it. It sure does. Oh my gosh, Big Stack. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Motivation. Mm-hmm.
How much did the ink say it weighed? 45 pounds, I think. I don't know. It's unbelievably heavy, that's for sure. Hey, Pharaoh, what's happening? Silver Steeler thinks that our house leans heavy in one direction. Well, it would, except we distribute it to make sure it doesn't lean too heavy on one side.
All right. If it was a houseboat.
Hey, Silver Heist, what is going on, my friend? How you doing tonight? Carrie and Terry Kellogg, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we've had a few friends join us.
Yeah.
It's great to see them. Silver Heist.
K9's best friend says, bat soup, then 2020 quarter.
Yuck, now that's something I would not eat. Bat soup.
Renee says, my dime box tubes are permanently stuck in place. Well, that's good, because then you can't pull them out and do anything with them.
There you go.
All right, Archaeology Mikey says he sent me an email. Cool, I'll check that out. So Silver and AU says, I like being organized. All my 90% is in tubes and marked full or partial full tubes. So I keep mine, I put my guardhouse, the only thing in the guardhouse box is full tubes. And what I have is I have these in-process tubes like this. And I've showed these before, right? So when I'm filling this, my quarters, that's actually all my SLQs. I don't really collect those too much, but I get them, so I'm going to get my Washingtons. So here's my Washingtons, and then as soon as I fill it up, I move it over to the newest tube, and I use this as my working tube. And here's some Barber dimes. I don't really try to collect those much, so I'm a stacker. And here's my Rosies. That one's almost full. So yeah, I just kind of work it like that. I just I only have one little Mercury dime in there.
Oh, it's so lonely.
I have to fill it, Mrs. TB. I need 49 right away. Go get them.
Nowhere to be found, TB.
So that's what I do. I just kind of have this working box that I have, partials in, and when they get filled up, I just put more of the guardhouse box. So that's my method anyway. Hey, Dove Season 91. Thanks for joining us.
Hey there.
Silver Ripple says, hi, Sherry Ward. Oh, just went off the screen on me. Welcome to the party. Please leave a roll of toilet paper at the door before you sit down. Sorry, it's a pandemic. It is required, Sherry.
Hey, D-Dub.
All right, gold is really holding well compared to everything else. Yeah, I know it is holding its own, isn't it? That's kind of nice to see that. I'd like to see gold drop like Running Eagle would. But on the other hand, it is nice to see some stability out of it, isn't it? Ooh, Silver and AU. I bought a tube of BU Washingtons Friday for 12 times face. That is very good. Very good indeed. D. Dubois. Hey there. All right. All right. So yeah. What about the rest of you though? We've kind of joked about toilet paper. How many people have went from store to store looking for it? Are you buying any food? Buying any water? You know, the thing I'm worried about is that they might do a national shutdown. They might do a national quarantine on us and make us stay in our homes for 2 weeks. And we need to be prepared for that.
People running out and getting more than they need.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned about people buying fresh produce and things and wasting it. Or even canned goods more than they'll ever eat. And then, you know, crisis gets over and it's like it just doesn't get used. Would be nice if people donated it to something like, you know, one of these food banks.
Yeah, so Silverholic says, last week I could not find TB. Tonight Costco had plenty. Sorry, TP, not TB. TB. But they had no rice or pasta. Yeah, I know the grocery store's been pretty sold out of rice and pasta as well because that sits on the shelf well and easy to make for dinner.
Maybe everybody got the TP. Now they're filling up on the pasta.
Yeah, Guido Stacking had an auction going on. A lot of people have joined us, so maybe that thing did end. Yep. But thank you for coming over. I appreciate it. Northwest Stacker, 1 square per person per day. That's quite the ration.
That's quite some rationing plan right there.
Sure, Ward says I'm prepared and fully loaded with ammunition. I think that's one thing you can't forget about is keeping
fully prepared.
Keeping your lead stocked as well.
Mm-hmm. Water, lead, TP, food.
Yep. Coin Silver says they should be limiting what people can buy. It's out of hand around here. It's out of control around where we're at too. It's really amazing. You go to a store and you just see these people coming out with their grocery carts. We actually went to the store late last night, and there's surprisingly a lot of people in there. And we were talking like 11:30 or midnight or something because we had to run out to get something.
Right.
And there was a lot of people in the store. All right. We have enough prep for 4 to 6 months. Wish my HOA allowed a cow and chickens, though. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, that's a good idea there. Archaeology Mikey says maybe we could spend some time looking at our coins and finding some errors. That's a good idea. All right. Okay, Karsten Hunt Silver. Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, we like to not use the S word on our streams. We can find a better way to say that. We want people to go to channels because they like the content. YouTube frowns on that, and we want to follow YouTube because they allow us to do this stuff. So we appreciate you joining us, though, Karsten. And we understand that you're just trying to help out. That's okay. Everybody needs. Steve Rice says everybody needs to check out Kevin Rose's latest video. Yeah, we need to do that. I haven't heard from Kevin in a while, so yeah, we need to check that out. Running Eagle says I make all my own ammo.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know for.
We've read up on that, and it's pretty pricey to get the equipment, isn't it?
I think to get the equipment, but you can make your ammo quite a bit cheaper. It's just for if I'm going to have stuff in my firearm to save my life, I don't know. I just don't
trust yourself.
Don't know if I trust myself to make it. I'd rather have the. Now it's good for practice for sure, going to the range, but. All right. Darth Stacker, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you joining us. Yep.
Yeah, welcome.
And W Stackers, I went to the grocery store yesterday, everything gone, 0 bread. That's what we found too while we were at the store. There's no bread there. It's like, man. Yeah, Archaeology Mikey is the error king. That's a good tag for you there, Archaeology Mikey.
That is. Silver Steeler said that fridge is stocked and we're staying put for 2 weeks. I'm getting the best gas mileage right now. That's a positive way to look at it there.
Well, Paul Scioli's joined us, the Constitutional King. Well, thanks, Paul. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate that.
Hey, Paul.
All right, so I think we probably should do another giveaway.
You should.
This time I'm going to pick.
Uh-oh, what are you gonna pick?
You know what? I'm gonna put them in my hands. I'm gonna switch them around and play games like we do with the grandkids, and you're gonna pick which hand.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What? All right. So let's do a giveaway. I don't see Karsten Hunt Silver.
What's going on?
Nothing. Sherry was just talking about not seeing a particular person. All right.
Oh, Dina, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
Gaw
that,
at 350 friends. Help, please. Yeah, so why don't you guys want to jump over and check out D-Dub, and if you like his content, go ahead and reward him for that. So yeah, well, thank you, D-Dub. We always appreciate a super chat. Every little bit helps. We really appreciate that.
It does.
Yeah, K9's best friend. We're talking about subs. K9 best friend. We don't like to say subs or go over and sub somebody because YouTube frowns on it, and we get it. We totally support it because we want some.
Asking for subs.
I only want somebody subbing me because I like my content, not because I'm looking for a number. So we don't like to, talk about that just because YouTube doesn't like us talking about it. So, but we understand. We totally understand.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
appreciate the thought. Hey, off grid.
OGP shows up just in time for the gaw. The gaw. All right. This one's going to be we're going to pick, Mrs. TV's going to pick a hidden in my hand, the winner of either a dime or a 40%er.
You'll have one in your right hand and one in your left hand.
Yep.
And I'll tell you which hand.
Yep. All right, so here we go. This is a question about Silver Stealer. Our good friend Silver Stealer. Silver Stealer recently talked about his American Silver Eagle Monster Box. How many more rolls does he need to completely fill it up? Go. How many more rolls does Silver Stealer need to fill up his monster box? And Silver Stealer, if you could hold off on this one, that would be awesome. I probably should have said that up front. How many more does Silver Stealer need to fill his monster box? Winning image.
I think I see it.
You can stop. Go ahead and stop. We have a winner. It is PDX Brewer. Got it with 11.
PDX.
He had said that he got tube number 14 the other day. And there's 25 in a monster box. So that would leave 11 that he would need to completely fill it. See how I did that? See how I did the opposite of... Because Silver Stealer does a great job with his videos and titling them, so I couldn't say, what number tube did Silver Stealer get for his monster box? That's right in title. So this is number 14. So anyway, sorry. I hope you don't mind me stealing from your content there, Silver Stealer. But I think it's just good stuff, and reward people who watch our videos. Dang, right. Did he hit 14? He did, Dove Season. All right, PDX. All right, so let's go ahead, Mrs. TV. Don't look. I'm going to move these around. I'm going to shift them around.
Put your hands.
I'm going to put my hands over here, my big chunky hands. Which one do you want, the right hand or the left hand?
Right.
Man, this one.
Remember which one is right?
This one. Oh, you got the beautiful 1968 JFK PDX Brewer. Look at how shiny that thing is. That's a nice one. I love the design on the back. Isn't that cool? All right, 1968 JFK PDX. You know what you need to do? You need to send me an email at tb@talkingbullion.com, and we will mail that out to you. That first one was one by Fiat Destroyer, wasn't it? Yeah. I put down what it was, but I forgot to put who it was.
Oh, man. TB, I better be checking up on you.
All right,
So great to see folks joining when they have a chance.
All right, yeah.
Rather have them join late than not at all.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Silver Stealer. You want to support somebody. That's a good one. That's a better S word to use.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you guys got 4 more rolls coming your way. You guys are out of control. Maybe you mistook them for toilet paper. Silver Steel, I probably told you, is ordering some TP, didn't he? There when he. Next thing you know, you're like, wow.
That's why she needs more storage room for TP, is because it's being filled up. All the space is being filled up with all that silver.
All right. So that's great. We have one more giveaway. We'll be doing that here in just about this. In just a few minutes. Yeah, off-grid power. We have talked about these insane prices. These, $5,
Right.
$6 above spot. Kind of hoping somebody would give us this cool little link to where we could find this stuff for $12 or $13. But it does appear that nobody really has anything for a good price right now. All right, Silver Ice. I barely have 14 rolls of toilet paper.
Much less 14 rolls of silver. Huh? Wow.
Yeah. Well, you can chime in here off grid. There was not really. People are just talking about how it's hard to find things. We got 20-day waits on this stuff, and I showed how JM Bullion and Monument Metals are both out of constitutional silver. So
Or at least not selling what they have.
yeah, I'll tell you, Silver Heist is going to have to trade some precious metals pretty soon for his TP if he doesn't find something soon. Yep. Yeah, I know, Sherry. Anywhere you should be able to find it, we'll say it's sold out. That's right. I think that they're just hanging on to it till the price comes back up because they don't want to take a loss. It's interesting how when it jumps up, they don't mind charging us a premium and paying it, but when it goes down, they won't take a little bit of a loss.
Ooh,
It's that blame them. I mean, as a business, you can't really do that, but. And we're pretty concerned about the stock market too. We talked briefly about that, and losing almost 3,000 points today, and the state of business and economy, and zero interest rates are certainly gonna rock the world for quite a bit too. So,
but you know what? Americans are resilient. We're feisty.
So Stacking and Packing says bidet, toilet paper is for dummies. Okay. Off-grid power picked up a tube of Eagles for $3.65. Yeah, that's a really good price, actually. Congrats on that. That's pretty good. Oh, Darth Stacker got a Constitution for 10.5 times face at a pawn shop. That's really surprising from a pawn shop.
That is.
That's
that
a
is.
good price for sure. So Archaeology Mikey says, Talking Bullion for information on errors, watch JB Coins Inc. and Couch Collectibles. They do videos on errors and varieties on coins. Yeah, I'm sub to both of those guys. They both got great channels. Love their content. Don't get a chance to watch them all the time, but I certainly am familiar with them for sure. Running Eagle says, just go to the ATM and pick up some more toilet paper. Running Eagles using 20s, I guess. That's how he rolls, huh? that's his roll. Steve Rice says he thinks still Silver House uses single ply $100 bills.
Oh, no.
So Stacking and Packing thinks it's funny when the stock market goes down. That's interesting. All right. Just trying to catch up, Mr. Stevie. I know you're hurting from the stock market drop, so I'll help you out and buy all your junk at spot. Well, when spot hits 17, let's talk. I won't sell it all to you, but I'll sell some of it to you. Maybe. I don't know. That'll be a different time, a different day. There's an interesting article about the U.S. Mint and the ASC shortage at coinnews.net. Yeah, that's another thing we didn't talk about, is the U.S. Mint being out of American Silver Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, that's temporary, but...
NW Stacker wants to know, what's your thoughts on a platinum? Anyone buying any?
Yeah, I'm not much of a platinum, palladium, rhodium kind of guy. I'm just a silver and gold guy, but anybody else?
You're not much of a what? That just rolled right off your tongue.
Platinum, palladium, and rhodium. I said that right, didn't I? But others
in the
are.
real world, they wouldn't know what you were talking about. But hey, here in the community, we do.
Yeah, palladium, really. Was it palladium that took a hit? That strapped down like $700-800, I think.
Mm.
Alright. Nope. Silverhawk says no platinum or palladium. They're going to crash like crazy until the crisis is over. Yeah, the U.S. Mint has closed their doors to the public because of the virus. Yep.
I guess that's not too surprising, though. I mean, it's optional to go see, but it does make people like you cry to know that you can't go visit.
Silverholic will buy palladium and platinum once the crisis is over. Well, maybe you can time it right and buy it while it's way down. That'd be nice. Archaeology Mikey says, what will you do when you get your $1,000 check from the government? I will put it in the bank and put it in savings for now, I think. What do you think, Mrs. TB?
Okay.
Sound like a good plan?
Sure.
Mr. Moody can be fooled by spot price only reflects the sale and buying of paper futures. Current spot only reflects those selling paper. That's from Stacking and Packing. Yep. Yes. Now
Right,
TB
that's
try supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay,
Did I say
go
that
ahead
right?
and try it.
I can't believe
Close enough.
I can't believe she typed that out. Way to go, Sherry. That's impressive. Wow. I guess we can use the t-shirts I hand out at Silver Steelers Work. Oh, Winning Image Photography has a solution as well. Good night, Darth Stacker. Looks like you're leaving. Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, we
great
got to
to
meet
see
up
you.
someday. Thanks. Yep, the outages are alive. Makes people panic and buy higher premium. I'm really tired of the panic, the news, the I don't want to call it the fake news, but you see all these news. I saw somebody say, oh, 1 million people are already infected and thousands are going to die. And it's like, I mean, there's these fear mongers out there just trying to get everybody worked up and panicked. And I really don't understand how that benefits anybody. I just don't know why they want the nation panicking and being in fear like that.
And how does that add up to everybody needing to hoard toilet paper? That one is kind of an odd. It's an odd connection there somehow. I'm not sure how that works.
Archaeology Mikey says, I thought you would spend it on silver and gold. I may, but for now, stacking some cash isn't a bad idea either. So we have some things going on, and I think cash would be pretty cool to keep right now. So they sent me a $1,000 check. I'd be saving it for now. Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends on
No,
how low
not
this,
if you got a call.
it depends on how low
Hey,
this
here's
goes.
a great deal on some constitutional. You know that.
Silverhawk says, I have a video y'all should watch. Hold on. Okay, we're holding on.
How long should we hold on for?
Archaeology Mike says, I'm surprised that you're not talking about silver crashing on the news. I don't really see a whole lot of news about silver or gold. Nobody ever reports anything about that. That's just me looking online and found the YouTubers that talk about it. Yep, I think forces at work are trying to really mess up our economy. I think so, exactly. So ripples, I think our economy is doing so well and so strong, and they wanted to mess it up, and they've been effective, I believe.
But remember, we're feisty.
That's right. Steve Rice says, TB, all this TP talk reminds me of the old joke about the bear and the rabbit pooping in the woods, LOL. Net effect for sure, Mrs. TB, says Coin Silver. Cash is king right now. The dollar gained a lot of strength lately. Yep, I agree, Dove Season. The media is blowing this way out of proportion. Alright, Stack back and says, Talking Bullion, you have to understand there's a large population that have the virus and will never show any symptoms. That is why it is dangerous to those who are at risk of complications. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think the people who are at risk, should be avoided. We certainly want to protect them and keep them safe. There's no doubt about that. But it's still relatively, I don't know. I think it's good that we're taking the steps we're doing now because I think we can avoid some big problems later.
I did hear that the regular flu occurrences are down so fewer people have died from the regular flu because everybody's being extra careful to wash their hands and use hand sanitizer. Not that this current, situation is something to ignore by any stretch, but
Silver Heist says a Costco type store was really picked clean on Sunday at 3 p.m. when I went. 0 TP, 0 paper towels, frozen meat and pizza freezers empty. But went a month ago. Well, that's good. You went early. Sherry Ward says I asked Sherry about silver prices and she had nothing to report.
Did Suri just cry a little bit or what?
No, NW Stacker says he got 90% for $9.80 face today. Wow.
That's fabulous.
It is fabulous.
Yeah.
That's right. Zach Backen says that's the problem. If you show no symptoms, how do you know who to avoid?
Right.
Well, I thought if you got it, you would get symptoms. I mean, if you get the virus, listen to doctors even today, they said that you would get a sore throat and then it would turn into pneumonia and stuff. So I thought if you got the virus, you would at least show some symptoms. Just some people can recover a lot easier than others. So
Some people show very few symptoms.
Hmm.
Some show none. But again, it's the people at risk, right? That we all need to be careful for.
Steve Rice says it's time to grab the guns and head to the bunker.
Oh, it's a question. Is it time to grab the guns and head to the bunker?
Is it time? That is. It is a question, isn't it? Yeah, archaeology might get hurt. A couple of the Utah Jazz basketball players got infected. I think that's why they shut down the NBA. They had several teams in quarantine that the team had played over the last few days, and I think they just decided to shut it down. So,
Yeah.
so we're Steeler.
Oh, we better watch out. Probably stocked up on that Lysol too, aren't you?
Looks like we have to say hi to. Is that calendar?
Hey there.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate that very much. I think it was a CNN commentator asking a written question. It says when in photography. Bellevue Rare Coins in Tacoma. They are taking orders too. Awesome.
Really?
All right, what time is it? It's about 10 after 10. Why don't we do this final giveaway?
After 10.
And we'll give away this beautiful dime. And those of you who have won, if you can hold off, I would appreciate it.
TB,
right.
you don't have to hide it in one of your hands and make me guess.
This is 1962. Very nice. All right. That's dime time. That's right. All right, and this is going to be a version of Mrs. TB8. What? I like that. Mrs. TB8. What?
You could go with that original question, and it would be a what?
All right, we will do that. So we can go ahead and go. We need to know what Mrs. TB ate this week that Mr. TB did not. So go ahead and go. We have to keep an eye. We're going to leave it really generic for now. We'll give you a hint in a minute.
Yeah, Mr. TB said no, thank you.
Yep. So think about the weird stuff that you hear
That's
about.
not
Okay,
weird,
it's actually pretty good stuff.
Fairly common. And
What was it? Liver? Oh, she does eat that.
But that's not the answer to this
That's not
question.
the answer to this question, though.
I didn't eat any liver this last week. But they do have some in the freezer.
You know why people are guessing? I'm reminded of a story. Remember that one time when we went to Myrtle Beach and we tried to jump a river and you didn't quite make it and
Don't
you
talk about that story.
kind of fell and broke one of your ribs or something, didn't you?
I don't know what I did.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough. So, yeah, that was pretty bad. Beef tongue, pig's feet. All right, but I have to tell you guys, are getting kind of closer. Is this slag? No, I don't think so. Oh, I see some of you did realize that I was giving you a hint with that story. I'm not even sure Mrs. TB knew that. That don't talk about it. All right. Sardines, asparagus, beef heart. Well, you guys are guessing some pretty good stuff. All right, Mrs. TB, we need another hint.
Okay. It's liquid.
It's liquid. That's a good hint.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is making me hungry, says Steve. Oh, Nate Flint, how's it going? Hey, Nate, I hope you got your gaw win from last week. All right. Salmon, all right, so...
Something liquid.
Something liquid. Remind you.
Running Eagle said hand sanitizer. No, no, no.
Oh, man, Silver Stealer, that sounds good.
Oh.
Remember my little story I just told a minute?
Oh, somebody got it.
Somebody got it.
Stop.
You can stop. Dove season 91.
Hey.
Bone broth soup. It's really
Homemade.
It's really not soup. It's just bone broth. Congratulations, Dove season. That's what it was. It was bone broth. Hey, how many of you guys like to down yourselves some nice bone broth? Ooh.
Homemade. Very, very healthy for you.
Very healthy.
All that extra calcium, etc. Mm-hmm.
So congratulations. Dove season 91 pulls out the dime. Dove season says I was thinking about nasty stuff. D-Dub says Meryl is wonderful. Yeah, Steve Rice is puking there. Oh, so
I
is
don't know
Luke,
why I can't talk TB into drinking some of that soup.
Luke Bilstein is going yummy.
It's like soup stock. That's all it is.
Bone broth.
don't-
Are
you
you
don't
serious, Mrs. TB? You are more than feisty. So Dove season, send me your mailing address to
Wherever you want this mailed.
tb@talkingbullion.com, and we will mail you out this dime. You ate what? I would have guessed that as soon as silver hit $150 an ounce.
No, Sherwood. No
Mhm.
bones are left in the broth.
No.
All of that it gets pulled out of the broth and it's strained,
Yeah,
etc.
she's
It's basically a soup stock.
she's
but
interesting
a
to
serious
live with,
one.
that's for sure.
Well, thank you, Dove Season 91. Thank you for that super chat.
Oh yeah, well thank you. But yeah, we appreciate that. Mrs. TB, the bone collector.
Oh no.
Yeah, archaeology, Mike. I'll have to show you a picture next time. Sorry, I didn't get over to it. We're gonna go ahead and get off the chat here because it's getting late on us. But we will. I'll keep that handy and remind me next time, and we'll pull it up and show it. Yeah, we'd like to show people some of the errors that you're finding. That's cool. All right, so Carrie and Terry Kellogg, what do you do with chicken feed? I don't know. Don't give Mrs. TB any ideas, please.
I already know.
No.
Chicken feet, those are supposed to be really good for soup stock.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Yeah, so Silverhawk says he purchased bone broth while on a keto diet, but never was bring myself able to drink it. So.
Oh, it's just think of soup stock only boiled a little bit longer. That's all. Cooked a little bit longer, and they're just strained out.
Sure. Okay, we got you, Mrs. TB. Keep trying to convince us.
Seriously, look at there is somebody out there that knows what bone broth is. But I think that the homemade is so much better than that stuff you get in the store. I bought a jar of some bone broth soup and tried it, and it was nasty. I ended up dumping it out. But my homemade stuff, that is good.
Thank you again, Dove Season, for the super chat. We really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Everybody hang in there.
Silver Stealer.
Thank you, everybody.
Winning
Thanks.
Image.
Thanks for lifting us up tonight and keeping
Thank
us
you.
focused and humbled. And we want to do the same for you. Everything's going to be okay. Let's not panic. Let's help get America back on her feet again.
Back on track. Just a little bump in the road, you know. So let's stay focused and enjoy our days. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Silver Heist, PDX Brewer, Silver Ripple, Steve Rice, Carrie and Terry,
Thank
Kellogg,
you.
Dove Season. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Very appreciate it. Silver Stealer, Winning Image Photography, Archaeology Mikey, our good old faithfuls that show up and support us week after week. I really appreciate it. Luke Bilstein, just said hi to you a minute ago. Luke, sorry if we didn't see you earlier, but thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Nate Flint, thank you for joining us. Nate guessed Corn Charter. It's a good guess, but wasn't it? Coin Silver, thank you. We appreciate you. Jonathan Reese, D-Dub, thank you, everybody. Sorry if we missed everybody. I'm trying to go through the list, but every one of you are appreciated.
Yes, absolutely.
And we enjoy you and your contributions week after week.
And we look forward to seeing you every week, too.
We really do. We have a great time.
We do. It's great.
All right.
Well, thank you so much.
Good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night.
Bye-bye.